Hello again. Oh, I'm really going to have to apologize during this video. Sometimes the focus goes away, but what I'm going to do now is go through the sample exercises on inequalities for the year 9s. Most of you got that back to me already, and for those of you who did, well done. I'll be giving you some individual feedback soon, but for now, this is just to show you how to answer all the questions. I'm going to be stopping and starting because not everything needs a detailed walkthrough. After I've done a few, you should be able to understand the process. So for the first one, we have to be able to understand what these inequalities mean. This means minus 4 is less than n, which is less than or equal to 1. So what are all the possible integers? What are all the possible numbers that could be? Well, it can't be minus 4 because it's not less than or equal to. But it can be minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, and 1 because it is less than or equal to. So that's how you answer those kind of questions. The next one is then being able to read inequalities from a number line. Now, I know that it's going to have the numbers minus 2 and 4 in it. It's going to have an x in between, and we're going to have to work out what signs have to go here and here. Well, because this is a filled-in box, that means minus 2 is less than or equal to x. And because this isn't filled in, that means it's just less than. Now, we have a similar question here where you're just writing down the possible values. So we should have minus 1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. And then we have a solving an inequality question. Now, solving inequalities is just like solving normal equations like we did in the topic just before Easter. Now, I'm going to show you this one step by step, and hopefully we'll get the process. So first, I'm going to minus 3x from both sides. I'm going to have 4x minus 9 is less than 4. Then I'm going to add 9 to both sides. And I'm going to get 4x is less than 13. And then I'm going to divide by 4. And that would give me x is less than 13 over 4. Obviously, if you wrote that as a decimal, that's fine. But I'm just going to keep it as a fraction because I just find them easier to deal with. Okay, so it's just like solving a normal equation. Now, if we go to the next page, we now need to write an inequality on the number line. I know that it's going to use the integer of 3, so I'm going to draw a circle for 3. Because it's not equal to, it's just going to be an open circle. X is less than this 3, so I'm going to have to draw an arrow all the way down this way. That was how you would draw that inequality on a number line. Again, we have another solving equation. This one's actually easier than the one on the first page. Oh, come on, give me zoom. There we go. So if I add 7 to both sides, I've got 4x is greater than or equal to 20. That means it's quite easy to solve that one. X is greater than or equal to 5. Question 4 was exactly the same as question 3, so we could skip through that. Question 5 was again listing out the numbers. Question 5b was just solving a normal inequality. Now, if we move on to question 7, again, we need to write it on the number line. This time we've got a beginning integer and an end integer. So I know I'm going to have to be at minus 2 and I know I'm going to have to be at 3. With the minus 2, it's not equal to, so I don't need to fill it in. But with the 3, it is. So I'm going to have to fill this in and draw a line. Now I'm going to solve the inequality. If you just pause for us, if I'm going to pause the video for a second and have it up for you. So I have just solved that inequality. These are the steps, and our answer should be x is greater than or equal to 3.5. Remember, you can always check these, by the way. So if I want, this one says x is greater than or equal to 3.5. A number that is greater than or equal to 3.5 is 4. If I was to put 4 into this equation here, I would have 32 minus 3 is greater than or equal to 24 plus 4. Now, is that true? Is 32 minus 3 greater than or equal to 24 plus 4? Well, yes, it is, because that's 29 is greater than or equal to 28. So we know that it works, okay? But that's just a check. You don't need to do that for all of them. It's just proving that it works. Again, another simple solving that I've done for you already. So we should have p is greater than 7.5. And then for the last Is it the last page or last 2 pages? Yep, last 2 pages. Again, we're drawing it on the number line. So I know that I'm using -2. I know that it's not equal to, so it's an open circle. And x is greater than, so my arrow is going this way. I'm going to solve this equation here. Ooh, if we can fix my zoom. I don't know what's going on with my camera today, guys. I apologise. We back. There we go. We're a bit better now. So if I take away y, I've got 3y. Actually, I'm going to take away y and +1 at the same time, so I can just do it quicker. So we've got 3y is less than or equal to 8, so that means y is going to be less than, not less than or equal to, sorry, just less than 8/3. Again, I've kept it as a fraction because it's just a lot easier to do. And then drawing an inequality again. Again, I'm just on 4, so I need to draw my circle. X is less than, so I'm going to draw my arrow all the way down that way. And that's what the inequality will look like. That's just with a better arrow. Again, we're listing down all the possible values of y. So it can't be 3, but it can be 4, 5, 6, and 7. And the last one was solving the inequality again, which I've done for you already. So we should have x is greater than or equal to 6. Now, for those of you who've done this already, well done. I'm really proud of the work and the effort that you're putting in. And for those of you who haven't, hopefully this will now give you an understanding so that you can get the rest of the work done in future whenever we do come across inequalities again.